What's going on, y'all? Joshua here, and today it's time to get Larry's Harleys out. We're gonna take a cruise over to my buddy's restaurant, grab a bite to eat, and go for a ride. And it's always so much fun getting reaccustomed to another bike. Although I do have plenty of hours on this one, it's been a little while. Like, I don't even know, 5 months maybe or better? No, it couldn't have been that long ago. Anyway, welcome. Thanks for tagging along. Just a chill ride, obviously. We're gonna cruise Merrimack Road, and who knows from there. But first, some fantastic food at my buddy's restaurant, Featherbone Provisions. Finally getting a break from all the rain. It has been crazy. Not like thunderstorm crazy or anything, just loads of rain. Which we've really needed because it's soaked into the ground. And it's got the creeks up, which is always beautiful. And because it was more of a long, slow soaker, it didn't actually stir the water up, so hopefully I'm gonna get some fishing time in soon. I gotta say, this little Sporty is a fantastic little bike. So, little breakdown, it's a 2006 Sporty 883, all original, other than, you know, just cosmetics. Larry purchased it brand new. It was his first brand new motorcycle purchase ever, and he's held on to it since then. The 06 is the last of the carbureted in 07. They went to fuel injection. I will say the seat that he chose to put on here is absolutely fantastic. The big old plump thing. You could just ride for days. You know, despite only having 5 gears, these are some great little motorcycles. And I tell you, he did end up with the cream of the crop, because this particular unit has been essentially problem-free. The only issue this particular one has had over the years is the front tire doesn't like to hold air. Valve stem's been swapped, and probably just around the feet or something like that, so it will lose air overnight. But for an average, you know, 2 to 4 or 5 hour ride, it's just fine. You throw in a couple extra pounds and it cruises out all right, no big deal. I really gotta say that in the tradition of all motorcycling aspects, this really does embody it. It's not too much, it's not too little, and that, you know, push rod engine just sounds glorious. what have you, especially back in the cast iron days. Gosh, those engines just sound amazing. And they're so easy to ride. That's what makes these bikes so exceptional. They're just so easy to ride. You just get on and you cruise. Yeah, having an opportunity to ride this motorcycle really gave me a very different impression of what I always had suspected about the 4883s. I mean, you're a big old boy or gal. Nah, I wouldn't say jump on an 883 over time. You're just gonna find yourself underpowered. Well, for somebody like myself, you know, just a little bit bigger, this is motorcycling. This is the essence of motorcycling. Getting out, cruising the 2 lanes, being able to pull out of the corner, no problem. You want to throw some gear on there and go camping, do it up, you know. Very easy to maneuver motorcycle. Hey, you can't ask for more, really. It's just so good. Nice, easy throttle control. Clutch, nice and smooth. Perfecto. The brilliant thing is you can get these things for fairly inexpensive. It's like I've actually kicked around the idea of purchasing this one from Larry just to have it. I mean, it's a great bike. I think he's hard pressed to come off of it though. It is his first motorcycle. Well, not his first motorcycle, sorry. His first and only newly purchased motorcycle. Got some tall grass here, making it a little obscure to look around. Fantastic line of traffic coming from either direction. You know, with the growth of Blacksburg, this road just about needs its own turn signal to come out. But just like that, gets up to speed just fine. You know, it's not one of the bigger engines or anything, but it's all you really need. And of course I didn't have to downshift because it's got all the torque you need. Obviously, if you're looking for top speed, you just don't go with the V-twin from Harley. That's just it. You've really got to put some work into it to get some top speed out of it. But as far as just a motorcycle that's inexpensive to own, easy to ride, and can take you anywhere, yeah, 100%. These little sporties are fantastic scooters. just right today. Temperatures are just right. This is the dream right here for riding. 100%. So good. So simple. I mean, I don't have to do anything. Just drop the gear, you're just putting along. The ergonomics on this thing are mint. Just everything sits right. That's again for my size, obviously. The old school. So easy to put around on. We're going right here, dude. I'll line up with you once you're back in. All right. Nice, buddy. Yeah, she's putting good now that she's got all the cobwebs blown off.
Yeah. Good.
All right, Larry and I shall return here directly.
I'll follow you.
And just like that, y'all, got a snake call. Time to go get the truck. That is wildlife. Had a fantastic burger over there, man. Y'all ever get into the Blacksburg area? Y'all have got to go by Featherbone and grab a smash burger. They are smashingly good. Beautiful thing living in the country. Rather see tractors on the side of the road than cars parked alongside buildings. Let's see who doesn't want to use their turn indicator as they swing into here. Too often get them snake calls or birds in the wall. You want to see some of the activities I get into, you can always head over to JDF Wildlife Management, Juliet Delta Foxtrot. just happy to be able to get in any kind of a ride. It beats sitting on the couch. Although, of course, could have been working on the Busa and getting that back on the road. That's got all the fun to go along with it. Not long ago, when I cut the bike off, it was well up to temperature and the fan was still running. As the fan was spinning down after the engine was cut off, I could hear the grinding of the bearing for the fan. Well, started having some very odd running issues, especially when the fan kicked on. So obviously, first thing you do is you inspect it for voltage drop when the fan kicks on and see how much it drops. Well, in my case, it was dropping like 2 full volts or something silly. I don't even remember. But anyway, I was like, yeah, it's a big issue. Big issue. However, that said, I still wasn't able to confirm at that time if there's also a potential stator or rectifier issue going on. So I've got to get the fan installed, obviously get it up to temperature, let's take it, go see how the system reacts, and take it from there. I guess I should do that. Like soon. I have some good weather this week. I'll tinker around with that. Little highway cruising, y'all. Definitely something about them. You kind of always end up hunting that 6th gear unless you're really used to the bike. Because I mean, you're kind of tapping out at like, well, I don't know, it feels like $4 grand. It's probably $3 grand, 3,500. But it feels like at 65 miles an hour, you're pushing that $4 grand threshold. You're just like, man, can I get that 6th gear to just drop it down into that $2 grand neighborhood? Really, that's where vehicles should be at. Even better, if vehicles were doing 65 at like 1,500 to 1,800 RPMs, that's the best. It'd be so smooth and chill. But as it is, you just feel like you're tapping out and you crank on the throttle, it's like, oh, I ain't got much more to go. But all said and done, at the end of the day, it does really ride just fine on the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour. You're not dying or anything, it's just fine. But there are times after a while where you kind of just really want that 6th gear, and it's like, Harley, why, man? Why? Seriously. Just drop the 6th gear in your motorcycles, for crying out loud. Oh yeah, there goes some typical Jeep Liberty behavior. I should be mountain biking. second call for a black snake today. They are popping out of the woodworks now that the temperature's starting to get up, get a little more sunshine. Yeah, not bad at all, man. Not a bad little catch today. Called that a right by, oh yeah.
The thing is, when he was walking back, I saw that where the cable, and I thought that was one.
Yeah. That's a gem right there. It's about as long as the one you had. All right, y'all. Most times with snake calls, I don't have the luxury of getting cameras ready and everything and getting it all filmed. But this is one from yesterday. This one should be nice and happy. Okay, pal. So, as you can see, a decent long one. Not too shabby. I'll let him go now. A little over 3 feet maybe. All right, go bud. Okay, this was the one that was inside the house. Unfortunately, this is the only container I had available. All right, don't be jumpy. Phew! About the same long as the other one. Okay, pal. You're good. He is feisty, but yeah, that was the one that was actually inside the gentleman's home. This one right here, I discovered outside his house as we were going to walk to his back porch. All right, dude. You don't need to come this way. Yeah, he's getting feisty. Black rat snakes are so annoying, actually. Come on, dude. Slither away. He's watching me closely because I'm bending down, getting on his level. Now this guy is a proper 6 foot long black rat snake, and he was mean. part I don't like. The last one. Okay. Back up, make sure I got some room. Now, this guy would probably come out on his own. Let me just see. The size of that one. All right. They're trying to whip their tail a little bit and make some mimicking noise of a good old rattlesnake. Now that second one, definitely have to be real cautious with, because like I said, that's a 6-foot snake, even though it's all curled up and don't necessarily look that way right now. But its strike distance is good. But yeah, this was the guy that I found outside. That's proper 6 foot. It's longer than I am tall. Not sure where this joker wants to go. And I'm still watching that third one. He's behind me. But going in a direction away. Here's the third guy. I don't know, that's an easy 4 foot. That's an easy 4 footer. Yeah, you are feisty, Jack. Already curling up at the neck. Yeah, pretty good long one there. All right, y'all two. You want to hang out a little more? Look at that. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out on camera. But my snake tongs are 48 inches long. So, hey, bud. We're going to get feisty here. But yeah, so you can see he does not like those snake tongs at all. And he's got a long strike distance too. Well, I'm gonna try and get my stuff up out of here and get on down the road, because right after this, Miss Kissy Face Pretty Girl and myself are going to take a mountain bike ride. All right, catch y'all shortly. All right, y'all, over here at the top of Running Cedar, gonna do a drop down chasers. So for y'all that are unaware, this is the main recreational activity I pursue, and that's mountain biking. Yep, this way, baby. Come on. You, let's go. Go. You, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, baby. Come on. Go, girl. You got this. Come on. Go. Got her, push her a little. Phew. Yep. I began mountain biking in earnest about 8 years ago, but the reason I first got back onto a push bike was due to a poor decision that led to a DUI and loss of driver's license. So bought a old Target Schwinn Ranger from a buddy, so I get around, do a little work and stuff. And I was like, wow, I'm actually digging this. This feels good. And one thing led to another. Ended up with a helping hand of an old battle buddy. Got a very basic $500 what was it, the Raleigh Toka 1, and started to get my feet wet. Next thing you know, a good friend of mine, little Sugar Bear, hooked me up with a sweet 2018 Raleigh, Trek Roscoe 8. And from there, due to that, I just really dove into this hobby. Now, the crazy part that I've come to find as I've gotten back into motorcycling is just how incredibly strong I've gotten from mountain biking and how that transcends to motorcycling. The benefits are incredible. Such a stronger rider now. Stronger than I ever was. Whew. You got it, girl. Let's go. Woo. You got it. Whoop. Yeah, mountain biking is my jam, whereas it was always motorcycling before. But this stuff, wow. I can do things that don't risk anybody else but myself. You know, again, challenge myself on new levels that I'm just not gonna get from motorcycling. So now, motorcycling is more like just a really chill experience, except for when I need a little 2-lane throttle time. And that'll be coming soon. Biggest reason the Busa's not out right now is the fact, like I said earlier, it's having a fan issue. Was having some power loss once the bike got up to temp. Noticed it wasn't running right once the fan would kick on. And after one particular ride, got to the house, bike was still hot, fan was still running. When I cut the ignition off, I could hear the bearing in the fan still grinding as it spun down. So I ordered one from Schnitz Racing, their 7-inch low profile one. Seemed to have pretty favorable reviews. It's sitting at the house where I should be. Working on the Busa, installing that, and then actually testing the charging system, because there's still a slight possibility the stator rectifier's gone kaput. I just really wasn't able to tell when the fan was doing its voltage draw. I mean, initially, charging system was showing, you know, the usual 13.5, 14, what have you. Right where it should be. But the voltage dropped, of course, once that fan kicked on. And it was real curious because it was a superb drop. I mean, we're talking 2+ volts, maybe even borderline 3. Well, now of course, as I said, I got the fan. You just get it installed and wired in, and then get it up to temperature and find out what's really going on. Well, for now, y'all, it is climb time. I'll catch y'all for a little blip down Running Cedar. All right, time to hit a little Running Cedar action. But since this is a very short trail, as it's namely just meant to the left, come on baby, you got it, good girl. Mainly just a climbing trail, traverse trail from Horse Nettle up there to the fire service road fire pit. Doesn't have the most downhill, and this is actually a pedal section here. But after this, it's a nice little brief downhill, a couple fun little jib spots, and I'm gonna extend it just a little bit by going down Grinder, which is the climb out trail from Chasers. Kind of starting here. A little something going on. Rider and dog. Thanks so much, man. Just us. Hey, y'all have a good ride. Thank you. The other cool part about it is I can park right there, up to the left. Ryder and Puppy Doodle. Thank you, y'all. Have a good one. Little muck spot here. Can't really send that one right now. Good girl. Good girl, good girl. All right, you ready to drop on the other trail? We're gonna make a hard turn here in just a moment, baby. Okay, here we go. Good girl. No, we're going this way. It is a very tight turn. But this is Grinder. Anyway, it's just the fact that Running Cedar pretty much ends just past that point where you turn onto here. Let's just get you a little bit more fun DH with some mud spot. It's really superb, particularly for learning flat cornering and learning how to trust the side knobs. Like that right there. Miss Kissy Face is over here Strava routing. Like those corners right there. And I can promise you, this all translates to riding motorcycles on the street, especially getting into loose conditions. and how much stronger you become from mountain biking. Like being able to handle that where the front end goes into full slip. Ooh, need a gear or two. Yeah, you got it, girly. You got it. Go for it, Chica. We're not even railing, baby. Nice grinder. So as you can see, nothing wild or anything. Just a fun little trail. And you, my girl, per face. Whew! That'll get your lungs going. Open them up. What are you doing, per face? She's way down there in yonder creek bed. How was she doing? Yep. But yeah, that's my activity right there. I just have the opportunity to do so many more exciting and challenging things that really works me to my full potential. And then I can feel so much more confident on a motorcycle, twisting throttle and being that much more in control with all the strength. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's little adventure. Been a good one. Miss Kissy Face Pretty Girl, thanks y'all. But we're out of here. Gotta climb back out now. Get back to the truck, get her fed, and then get myself fed. As I always say, go love thy neighbors. Watch what the Lord does for you. Again, thanks for all the support and tagging along. I'm out of here. Bye.